everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Cynthia, and today I am very excited to finally share these two journals I've created with you. I've spent the past couple of years just hoarding these things that feels too precious to use and that I'm always keeping in the back of my mind for just something really special. Oh, I'll know when I want to use this item. And I decided that enough was enough. And these two journals gather all of these very special things that I've been just hoarding for the past couple of years and holding on to and really just waiting for that special project. Well, these are these special projects. The larger journal on the left is my new personal journal that I've created. It's been a while since I've actually created in my personal journal, one that I've created myself. I've been extremely lucky to create in journals from other creators, but it just felt so special to create something for myself that I'm excited to use. And here I'm just showing you the difference in sizes. The smaller journal is just a regular size journal I typically make, but I wanted to make something larger for myself and kind of challenge myself that way a little bit as well. And I've been creating in a lot of smaller journals, and I've just missed having the liberty to create in a larger space and the kind of creativity that comes with that and all the possibilities. So I'm going to be doing a flip through of both of these journals. The smaller journal I will put for sale on my Etsy shop, so you can look in my Etsy shop for that. If you follow my Etsy shop on Etsy, of course, it will notify you when something goes on sale. But first, I wanted to share a flip through of this personal journal I created. Oh, and of course, I'm getting ahead of myself, but this is a Ruby&Pearl XO project. All of the printables I used in these journals are from her, and they kind of inspired me to just go for it and finally use all those pretty things. First thing being that little pocket that you can see on the inside. That's a piece of fabric that I purchased a really long time ago, and it's so special and it's so beautiful, and it was just the perfect size for this journal. So here you see one of the first printable. I'll put all the kits I use down in the description as I always do, but the blues and the greens, they speak to me and they inspire me so much. What you'll see a lot of in this journal are pieces from friends, from other creators that I've received in happy mails, things I've purchased as well, but a lot of it has been those happy mails that it feels too special. I want to hold on to it and I never end up using it. So here I am finally just using these items, and it feels so good to finally be using them and to feel like I have a little piece of all of these lovely creators and lovely people that I've had the opportunity to meet in this community. Well, I finally get to use a lot of those special treasures that they've sent me. Sarah, if you're watching this, there is so much of what you've sent me in this video, and I'm sure you'll notice some of these items. So there's the other side of that printable there, and an antique envelope, and just like little pieces of fabrics. That little polka dot fabric Angela sent me, and it's just so precious. And that trim there that has the green, I've hoarded ever since. It's like almost 2 years now. That was from an order I made with Amy. And a lot of blank spaces, because if you know my style of journaling, you know I like to have kind of a wide blank canvas so that I can add on the patterns and the images that I want to. It really opens up the possibilities for me. Lots of vintage items in these journals as well. Again, I feel a little bit precious about the vintage things and the antique stuff, so I'm always not using it. And this is another beautiful printable. It just adds that perfect touch of color, perfect touch of pattern, and I love using those sorts of printables in my journals because they remain really simple and you can add on to them very easily. They don't feel overpowering to me. So an assortment of different book pages and coffee dyed papers and a little bit of ruffles. I can't not include at least one ruffle in my own journal. And some cabbage dyed papers and tracing papers, just really trying to recreate some of my first creation where I didn't have as much to create with, and kind of going back to my roots there and what felt really good to create in. Then I made a little pocket with this little hanky that my mother-in-law had given me. And these blue ledger papers, or old, not ledger, but old invoices. It's so pretty. I really hope you're all doing well. I honestly hope this video goes up with no problem as I'm recording this. Oh, this is another printable from that kit. It's just so pretty. I love these roses. These blue roses are everything. But what I was saying is that as I'm recording this, it's just a few days before. So this video is supposed to go up on a Tuesday, and I'm recording it on the Thursday previous to it. But we are expecting the hurricane to come here. Hopefully it'll be a downsized to a tropical storm by the time it hits us. But we're still very wary. It's supposed to hit us tomorrow, so we'll see what that brings us. I hope that if any of you were affected by that hurricane, that you're okay, that you're safe. I know Melanie, who's on the design team, she was affected by that, so, but she's safe, and that's all we can ask for, really. Oh, and this paper here, it's just so pretty. The other side of it, that will come in a little bit, is, oh, it's just gold. I just love all these pieces so much, and I could talk about them for so long, but I'm not going to bore you with the details here. And here's another printable, and we're just nearing the end. So I did want to share the flip through of this journal because you're going to see me creating in this. I've already started filming a few of my processes creating in this journal, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. It's funny how some simple printables can really spark some ideas and really push you to create some more. And that's the inside at the back, kind of collage different items, vintage wallpaper, and here's a little bit of a side view. And of course it begins with a beautiful embossed paper. It's so pretty. And now moving on to this little journal. So that's his sister, or her sister. And in this one, so in my personal one, I put all of my happy mail that was like very special to me, and in this one, I put more of items that I've purchased and or that I found and I've been accumulating over the past few years and just really loving. And I've gathered some leftover from the fabric that I used on my journal and collaged it with other patterns and some lace, and it really is, it's a little bit different, but it really feels like they're a bit of a set, and they're different. They're sisters, but really they have the same sentiments that went into them. In this one, on the inside, I put a vintage wallpaper, both for the front and back. And you can see here, like I've stitched all around as I always do. And I've included a lot of ephemera in this one, of course, and handmade ephemera, just as well as authentic ephemera. And, you know, vintage papers, vintage laces, lots of little treasures. And of course, beautiful printables from Ruby&Pearl XO. And so just going back to the front here, of course, I'll start doing a flip through. So I've created a lot of ephemera for this journal. Again, all the kits that I used for the ephemera I created, as well as the prints that I have included in here, will be listed down in the description box. And so I have this little tag that's made with some antique or probably vintage wallpaper, and I added just a little paper flower on there and some book pages, as well as various vintage papers, such as this one here from a little magazine, some paper bags and invoices, a little library card here with some trim, and cabbage dye paper, and a little doily here. Oh, and tracing paper. And some coffee dyed paper and more book pages. I just really love these journals. This here is a printable, and I've backed it with some brown paper. Just the color palettes for these makes me really want to create, and it kind of hugs my soul in a certain way. I don't know how to describe it, but it just feels right for me. So I'm very excited to be sharing these. They've been done for a little bit, and I've just been waiting for the right opportunity to share. We can take a closer look here at this paper and the other side of that print. I aged it a little bit the same way that it looked like it had been aged when, like, the original was aged. How the original was aged. I can't speak. I'm so sorry. Oh. And some fabrics. Lots of empty spaces as well. Again, when I create my journals, I keep the person in mind that maybe they're like me and they like to have a little bit more of a, you know, more blank canvas to let them put their touch into it, or there's lots of room to write. So if you really enjoy writing a lot, it's kind of perfect medium for that. Sometimes the pages that have nothing on them, I use them and cover them fully, and other times I just write, and that feels great as well. So it's good to have the option. And another vintage invoice and some vintage ledger paper. Oh, and this paper here, I just love it so much. The blue flowers really just get to me. Heather, she knows. She's just got the good stuff. Some more ephemera, a little ruffle. I love this little baby. He's just so cute. And that paper, that book page is so soft. And here there's an envelope with some vintage wallpaper onto it and some ephemera in there. Music sheet. Another printable. And that's an authentic telegram and some handmade paper, along with some more ledger and some more little ephemera. That one is part of the kit, the little coin envelope, and I've just stuck some little treasures in there. It's a little pocket there. And that beautiful printable. I love this one so much. I wish I could cover my wall in these prints. I would need to print a lot of them, but the other side of that telegram. A little space where you can do some secret journaling. If you unravel that, you're able to write inside. Some more lace, and finally that last book page. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing these two journals. I really poured my soul into them, and I think it shows, but I hope that you see it as well. Of course, if you have any questions, do feel free to comment down below. Like I said, I'll do my best to get this journal up. If it's not up at the time that this is posted, it's very possible I just didn't get around to it, but I will be posting on my Instagram when it goes live onto my Etsy shop, so perhaps take a look there. Otherwise, I wish you all so well, and I thank you so much for joining me today and taking the time to watch these flip throughs. Again, all the information about Ruby and Pearl will be listed down below. And until the next time, I wish you a great day. Thanks for joining me. Bye now.